It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Yeah, hi. I need to place an order for a pizza. Right. Yeah. No, it's for the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW. I'm looking for a pizza with the works. Everything. Right. No anchovies. No. Right. Yeah. That's good. Good. But no anchovies. Yeah. No, I realize it's 7 in the morning. It seems a little odd to be ordering a pizza. Could you hold on just 1 second? Hold on. Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. I'm dealing with this pizza situation right now, but boy, do we have a big show in store for you today. Let me tell you all about that right now. We'll go behind the scenes of Eddie Murphy's new hit movie on Netflix, My Name is Dolomite. We have part 2 in our interview and profile with the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. And if all that wasn't enough, right now we're going to head on Down Eats over to Buzz Coffee in Greenville to see some of their delicious lunches they make. Let's take a look, and I'm going to go handle the situation. Yeah, no anchovies.
Hey, I'm Hannah Hackett. I'm the owner of Buzz Coffee House. We are located on 1201 South Charles Boulevard. I've managed this place for about 4 years, and then I took it over in April. We serve coffee, we serve counterculture coffee. It's local out of Durham. We also make all of our donuts from scratch and to order, so they're hot when you get them. And we do deli sandwiches as well all day long. I'm gonna do the gobbler, and I'm also gonna do the easy caprese and add bacon. I'm gonna make the easy caprese first with the bacon, so I'm gonna drop the bacon. And we use a seeded bread for this, it's so good. So the easy caprese has 4 pieces of mozzarella, and then I'm gonna put about 3 tomatoes, depending on the size. Sprinkle some basil on there. I'm gonna have our balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna drizzle that on our tomatoes. I'm gonna put some spring mix on there. I'm gonna layer the bacon on top. And we use applewood bacon for our BLTs and our easy capreses when you add the bacon. With all of our deli sandwiches, we offer combos, and they can come with the side of our chips. They are so good. They're just fried chips, and you can dip them in ranch. So next I'm gonna do the gobbler, which is my personal favorite. So the gobbler, on one side we have guac. And then on the other side we do garlic mayo. And we layer the turkey. And we are gonna do a holiday gobbler. And then we put Havarti cheese on that, which is a very mild white cheese. And I'm gonna sprinkle some spring mix on this one. Do 2 tomatoes, and then a couple red onion slices. And that's our gobbler. And again, I'm Hannah Hackett down at Buzz Coffee House at 1201 South Charles Boulevard. Come down to see me. I have coffee, I have deli sandwiches, smoothies, donuts. We make everything to order.
Watch your local WNCT 9 in your side news on our live stream on WNCT.com or on our mobile app. Now downloading Tech Beat Tuesday.
This group of surgeons at Atrium Health are using robots to help them perform surgery. They say without it, the surgeries could be much more dangerous.
Patients would have to have very large incisions and then have a lot of wound complications, take a lot of pain medicine.
They demonstrated the robotic technology on a jack-o'-lantern. Imagine the pumpkin seeds are brain tumors that need to be removed.
Oh, it's much more accurate. The tremor is taken away. You can really suture with sutures that are much tinier, as thin as a human hair.
The surgeons are still controlling the robot. Each movement of their own hand is mimicked by the smaller robotic hand. The console where surgeons work is designed to prevent fatigue and unintended movements of the tools. They can also see what they're doing in 3D, which helps them differentiate between vessels and nerves.
What we're all trying to do here is minimize all of that and get patients home much sooner with much smaller incisions.
In Charlotte, Christy O'Connor, WBTV, on your side.
Bryce, I don't know. They said they would have no anchovies on it, but we'll see in a little bit when it gets here. Who knows? Hey, welcome back to the East Daily Download. We ordered a pizza at 7 in the morning with no anchovies, as referenced by this beautiful graphic right here. Nothing wrong with anchovies, just no one here in the studio wanted them today. Okay, still to come. Eddie Murphy's back in a big way on Netflix. He has a new movie called My Name is Dolomite. I've already seen it. I thought it was awesome. We're going to go behind the scenes of that. But right now what we're going to do is head back to the food bank for the next part in our series where we interview and profile and take a look behind the scenes of the food bank and the great work they do. Let's take a look at that.
I'm Jennifer Caslin. I'm the Marketing and Project Manager for the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. One of the major things the Food Bank is here to do is to help after a natural disaster. So since 1996, when Hurricane Fran hit, we've been responding to natural disasters and major weather events across our 34 county service area. We partner with FEMA and the Red Cross when a disaster hits to make sure we are distributing food and non-food essentials to those who have been impacted by disaster. The Greenville branch actually started and opened right after Floyd came through in September of 1999. We were supposed to open in December of 1999, but we moved it up in order to serve those folks who had been impacted by Floyd. And we were open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for several weeks after Floyd, and ultimately distributed about 5 million pounds of disaster relief product. Hurricane Irene actually swept through the east right after our New Bern branch opened in 2011, so we were really lucky to be set up in that community who received some damage from that. And then of course in the last few years we've had Hurricane Matthew and Hurricane Florence, which people are still very much recovering from. After those two disasters, we distributed over 15 million pounds of food. Florence trumped Floyd as our biggest disaster response. We are still serving folks who have been impacted by Hurricane Matthew. We are still serving folks who have been impacted by Hurricane Florence, and we plan to be here for those folks as long as they need that. Hurricane Florence, we actually opened a pantry in Jones County because it was so hard hit by the storm, and we're still operating that, serving about 50 families a week, and we'll keep that open until that community has recovered enough to not need us.
Hello.
Hi, I'm from Blue Hood Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes, the sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flour. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that, oh.
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
I look out every single day and go, that's where I started. That's where I started my career at.
Retired U.S. Navy Senior Chief Andy Sutter now works on the water where he once trained with the Navy. He owns the Freedom Boat Club in Portsmouth, Virginia. Each day, Andy boats past the historic Wisconsin battleship.
You know, when we talk about it and we talk about the history, I still get choked up a little bit about it.
Andy began his Navy career in 1988. His first deployment was on the USS Biddle as part of the Wisconsin Battle Group.
Wisconsin, this launcher here, one of these launchers right here up at the top, were one of the first launchers to launch a Tomahawk missile into Iraq during the Persian Gulf War.
Andy trained to fly Navy hovercraft. One mission, test if the hovercraft could make it through tight waterways of an area called Qasr.
Qasr at the time was a base where Saddam Hussein kept his private yacht. We're flying Navy hovercraft. We're under, the darkness of night. We're going to a place that we've never been before. Mine danger areas. The chart has it plotted out.
In 2005, this sailor faced another major challenge, this time on board the USS Ashland in port in Jordan.
I woke up the next morning and I heard what sounded like a big, huge trash can, a dumpster, getting dumped onto the ground.
That noise was actually a rocket that had just missed the ship, but took the life of a Jordanian officer.
You just have to react. You can't think. You just have to react.
In May of 2017, after 26 years of service, U.S. Navy Senior Chief Andy Sutter retired. But everywhere he looks, there are constant reminders of his life-changing service. For Veterans Voices, I'm Katie Collette.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. Quick reminder, WNCT.com under the Download tab is where you can find the show. Also, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Use the East Daily Download hashtag and the WNCT mobile app. You can watch the show anywhere you are, across the East or anywhere in the world. Could be the pizza. Hold on a second. Yeah, hello. Oh, you're here. Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. We'll be right up. Bye-bye. Excellent. We've got a pizza up front. So when you come back in a little bit, we'll have a pizza here. It's going to be awesome. And now we're going to go take a look behind the scenes of the new Eddie Murphy movie on Netflix. My name is Dolomite. Let's take a look. I'll be right back.
In Dolomite Is My Name, out Friday on Netflix, Eddie plays Rudy Ray Moore, a.k.a. Dolomite, one of the central figures in the 1970s blaxploitation cinema.
It's all pretend. I just created a character. Dolomite, you're true. Pull on that. Oh, that's a weed. That's right.
For Murphy, bringing the story of Rudy Ray Moore and his kung fu fighting alter ego Dolomite to the big screen was a dream project.
Rudy Ray Moore, it was kind of like somebody that I really was a fan of, and I thought he had a really great inspirational story.
All my life, people been telling me no. Rudy, sometimes our dreams just don't come true. I want the world to know I exist.
His perseverance was unparalleled. He just didn't take no for an answer.
You can write. This ain't funny. And it ain't no brothers in it either.
If I get up in that light with my own movie, I could be everywhere all at once.
He was doing guerrilla filmmaking, and he just ended up creating a subculture, which the next generation ran with.
Wesley Snipes plays actor D'Urville Martin, who Moore hired to direct the original Dolomite.
Cut! Is there any angle that you could shoot this where it looks like he's actually kicking him?
There's no such angle.
This movie is about a guy that believed in himself and, paid for his movies out of his pocket. He's a guy that had, the least amount, and his biggest gift was that he believed in himself.
What planet is this cat on?
Dolomite is my name!
For Entertainment Tonight, I'm Kevin Frazier.
2,000 San Antonians waved flags and finished this 5K together, all to support the Wounded Warrior Project. It's devoted to helping veterans with physical or mental illnesses, injuries, or wounds while serving on or after September 11th, 2001. One of those wounded warriors, Sal Gonzalez, who served in the U.S. Marine Corps from 2003 to 2006.
I was blown up on October 31st of 2004 for the 7th time. And when I woke up, I was in the United States, surrounded by my family. And about a day later, one of the people from Wounded Warrior Project came to my door and they said, hey, on behalf of a grateful nation, we'd like you to have this backpack.
The Wounded Warrior Project started with those backpacks filled with clothes and comfort items to help during an injured service member's hospital stay. but it's grown to so much more.
Dealing with the VA, getting your ratings and stuff up, getting a job, staying in shape.
Fitness is a focus at Carry Forward 5Ks, where participants carry flags, weights, or even another person.
San Antonio is our first year here. We're so excited. We had close to 2,000 participants, which is incredible for a first year event.
You can still donate to San Antonio's fundraising page. We have a link at KENS5.com. Erica Zucco, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
The long forecast, the 7-8 day forecast, that's what I like to see. That lets me know ahead of time what the weather's going to be like. Jerry does a good job. He lets you know when something is finna transpire. I have the app on my phone and the radar on my phone so I can keep up with that. It helps me know when the storm is coming up and what the weather's going to be like and what's bad. One moment I really appreciated was when Hurricane Florence was about and the way Jerry really let you know what was going to happen. That was one moment that made my decision for us to leave town at that time. Because in Craven County, we got hit bad. And Jerry really emphasized how strong the storm surge was going to be, how much wind we was going to have, how much damage was expected. So that gave us the determination to leave town. So that was one of the great moments, I believe, was with Jerry's forecast of Hurricane Florence. I just wanted to say, y'all continue to do what you're doing.
If your business would like to be featured in our new show, The East Daily Download, contact Joe Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard@WNCT.com today and watch The East Daily Download weekdays at 7 on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Connie Vance says her holiday shopping strategy is to avoid this.
I don't like that feeling of desperation and running around in crowds, you know, with all the other desperate people.
That's why millions of people will be doing their shopping in cyberspace.
Is this going to be the biggest online shopping season yet?
Absolutely. This is going to be a record-breaking season. We're expecting $143.7 billion in holiday spend.
Ryan Fleisch with Adobe Analytics says finding online deals depends on which days you shop.
So Black Friday, that's going to be your best day for things like appliances. Wait until December 1st if you're buying any toys. 32% discounts are what we're expecting.
Fleisch says Cyber Monday, which falls on December 2nd, will have the best bargains for electronics.
I love Cyber Monday. I'm online shopping.
This year, there are 6 fewer shopping days between Cyber Monday and Christmas than last year, so businesses are expected to offer deals throughout the season.
Consumers can expect to reap the benefits there with deeper discounts, sales starting earlier, and running more consistently.
That's good news for Batavia Davidson, who tends to procrastinate.
Probably not going to do it until like the week before.
You'll wait that late?
I always wait that late.
If you shop on your phone, you're not alone. Adobe Analytics predicts for the first time Americans will make more holiday purchases on their smartphone than their computer. Mark Liverman, CBS News, New York.
Super low mortgage rates are bringing some apartment renters into the housing market. So if you're shopping for your first home, here's some tips to help make the process go smoother. Get your mortgage pre-approved. That's the first thing recommended by real estate pros in a piece on home buying tips in USA Today. That pre-approval will help you zero in on the price range for a house you can afford. And it tells sellers that you're serious and ready to buy. And even though you can act quickly with the pre-approval, be prepared for a process that can take months. You may find your dream house, but your offer may not be accepted. And brace yourself for the closing process. It can be both costly and longer than you'd like. Be prepared for all the costs that go with the closing costs, like lawyer's fees, insurance, and other expenses. You'll want to budget as much as 5% of the overall cost of the home to cover all your closing costs. For more on home buying tips, check out the full piece at usatoday.com.
make cool crafts on a budget. Check out my weekly DIY series, Let's Craft, every Monday on WNCT.com.
Roanoke Electric is restoring the power in stages throughout the night, and the cooling center will be open as long as they need to the public.
Aboard Camp Lejeune, Marines wear many hats, no matter whether it's on land or on sea. They continue to build their skills through training, ready to be called into action.
The state of Alabama has just passed a near-all ban on abortion. I spoke to several people here in Greenville about could or should something like that happen in North Carolina.
For more of these stories, visit us on our website at WNCT.com.
Hey guys. I tend to do these sorts of things by myself.
Admit it, Drew. We're helpful.
I'm looking at a town screw-up, ex-con, city girl, and Nancy Drew.
Why does he say your name like that?
She used to complicate my job.
You mean do it for you?
Can we go now?
You're still suspect.
Nancy Drew.
Well, that's going to do it for today's National Pizza with the Works Except Anchovies Day.
East Daily Download Delivery.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. That's odd. Why does it say John on it? This is a no anchovy. This has anchovies on it.
Delivery with anchovies for John. Are you John?
No, I'm not John. That's John. Thanks, pizza person. We'll see you tomorrow on the East Daily Download. Enjoy a pizza with the works except anchovies today at some point in time. And enjoy this show anywhere at any time on the East Daily Download tab on the WNCT mobile app. See ya. Wednesday when we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download. We have a new Q&A with AQ. We'll look at the upcoming movie Jumanji: The Next Level. We'll have part 3 of our interview and profile of the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. And WNCT-9 First Alert Weather Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson introduces us to this week's Weather Kit. So join us on Wednesday for an all-new The East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.